Eternal Father, source of all that exists, the breath that visits dust and turns it into life, receive me in your presence as clay, trusting in the hands of the potter. Before you, I dismantle the voices that rose as shadows over my heart, the sentences pronounced by mouths tired of hope, the labels that tried to imprison what you created to be free. You who search the innermost being and know the story before the days began, gather with your mercy the words that wounded and turn them into seeds of a new harvest. If a strange name was given to me, rename me with the name you wrote on the palm of your hand. If a mark of unworthiness was branded upon me, seal me with your spirit as proof of a love that never lies. You said through your servant that we are your handiwork, your masterpiece. Therefore, where they said failure, let process bloom. Where they pointed out weakness, let purpose rise. Where they decreed an end, let a new beginning be born. Lord, who knows the silence of my room and the battle of my midnights, wash gently the memories that insist on returning with the weight of shame. In the place of the echo that says you are not worthy, imprint your truth that declares I have loved you with an everlasting love. In the place of the verdict that limits open horizons no eyes have seen, no ears have heard. I'm not the crooked line of a bad day. I'm the continuous thread you stretch from desert to garden. I'm not shattered glass. I'm the light that passes through the cracks and learns to shine despite the scars. In your presence, offense becomes moldable clay, failure becomes a school of meekness, and stumbling becomes a step upward. Grant me the holy forgetfulness that does not erase memory but heals it. Give me the holy remembrance that does not reopen wounds but bears witness to your goodness. And if my soul has grown used to shallow waters, lead me to the deep springs. If it has become accustomed to a low ceiling, lift the roof and let heaven enter. You who make a way in the sea, breathe now upon what was called impossible. Free me from the captivity of comparison, from the prison of others' expectations, from the maze of human promises that crumble with the first wind. Teach me to hear your word above every sound, to recognize your voice even when it whispers softly, to follow your steps even when the ground is not yet there. If they call fragile what you call dependent, embrace my weakness with your perfect strength. If they call small what you call beginning, anoint the start with the oil of perseverance. May your come to me be not only a verse remembered, but a road walked. May your follow me be not only a beautiful invitation, but a daily decision, crossing valleys and mountains. And if fear tries to dictate the day, place on my lips the song of the redeemed, and in my chest the rhythm of those who trust before they see. Reorder, Lord, my loves, so that no usurping throne takes the place that is yours. Make my breath a psalm, my rest a confession that you reign, my work an altar raised with simple hands and a whole heart. Let each step carry the memory of your patience, and each waiting season the assurance that you never delay. You prepare. Where there were ruins, plant vineyards. Where there were ashes, clothe me in praise. Where accusation once stood, place the ring of sonship and new sandals for the journey. And if they said it's over, give me grace to answer with works that proclaim it has begun. If they pointed and said nothing, teach me to count the small fidelities that break the cycle of discouragement and open the season of miracles. I do not ask for ease. I ask for faithfulness. I do not seek applause. I long for obedience. I do not chase empty definitions. I wait for your verdict that never fades. Bend over my story as one who reads with tenderness the trembling handwriting of a child, and correct me with love without erasing the page. Where I scribbled haste, teach me rhythm. Where I forced a period, turn it into ellipses of hope. I consecrate myself to your will, which is good, perfect, and pleasing. I give you the drawers I've hidden, the corners I've not illuminated, the words I've not spoken. And I beg you, make of me a living poem, an open letter from your heart, a silent announcement that grace triumphs. Let your cross be the place to unload burdens, and your resurrection the pulse that lifts me again. Let your spirit be wind in the sails when the sea lies heavy, and a breeze on my face when my soul needs to learn to smile again. If yesterday I was called by names that dishonor you, today I lift the name above every name. If yesterday I saw myself through the eyes of others, today I see you and find in you the truest reflection. Take the dim past and color it with mercy. Take the uncertain future and brighten it with promise. Take the anxious present and quiet it with your presence, and when night returns, for it will return, give me courage to light the lamp of your word and watch as one who knows the bridegroom comes. May my identity not dissolve in the opinion of the day, but remain anchored to the rock that never breaks. I bow before you, God who calls by name, and I say, all that I am and all that I will be rests in your decree of love. To you belong all definitions, all crowns, all new songs born from dust and rising as incense. May my life shout without noise that you are enough. May my heart learn the language of trust. May my eyes, even when wet, see your hand guiding. And if weakness comes like a cold wind, cover me with the mantle of your presence and remind me deep within that I am not what they said. I am what you have declared since the beginning. Amen. Most High, whose voice raises universes and yet whispers comfort to weary souls, receive this surrender that stretches beyond words. Today, I lay upon your altar every trace of contempt that has weighed on my shoulders, every sentence they tried to sew into my skin, every shadow that sought to confuse the meaning of my name. Teach me to remain in truth like a vine that accepts pruning and therefore bears fruit. Let what they called flaw become in your hands the window through which your glory enters. Let what they mocked as too big a dream become in your timing the hour of testimony. Do not let me beg for crumbs of approval when you prepare a banquet before my enemies. Do not allow me to bow to the dust of shifting voices when you crown me with honor from heaven. Set my feet upon the rock of your character, train my hands for the battle of gentleness. Anoint my forehead with oil, so that strange thoughts may slip away and find no nest. You who called us the work of your hands, give me the quiet boldness to walk in the calling you have placed upon me. When corridors seem narrow, open space within me. When doors seem locked, make me a key of service. When the wait grows long, turn the clock into a cathedral, so that every second becomes prayer. Guard my imagination from the numbness of cynicism. Preserve my affection from the rust of resentment. Free my knees from the pride that prevents surrender. I want to learn from you the rhythm of the meek, the tone of those who do not compete, the beauty of humility that does not need to announce its virtue. May my speech be simple and filled with presence. May my yes be whole and my no be holy. May my secret place be vast like a room where light finds everything and names it true. If they called me failure, answer with your spirit bringing life where they said there was no seed. If they called me late, answer with seasons that bloom outside human calendars. If they called me small, answer with the greatness of compassion, which is greater than any stage. And when they name me with labels that deny you, teach me not to fight for the world's microphone, but to carry in silence the sweet weight of who you are. Give me the lightness of those who forgive without erasing memory, the strength of those who move forward without despising their roots, the wisdom of those who build without destroying what is good. Bless my beginnings inwardly, so the outward may not corrupt. Bless my endings with gratitude, so the next start won't be born from emptiness. Bless my middles with perseverance, so rhythm is not lost in fatigue. Lead me, Lord, to a table where the cutlery is called peace and the plate is called purpose. Feed me with the bread of your word until it becomes flesh in my flesh, gesture in my hands, and direction in my steps. Teach me to dwell in the ordinary with reverence, to sweep the floor of my soul as one sweeps a temple, to breathe as one who worships. Where there is dust of comparison, pour your water. Where there is rust of resentment, ignite your ember. Where there are termites of self-sabotage, establish your truth that hardens foundations. I want each dawn to be an offering, each simple task to be incense, each encounter a chance to multiply your goodness. And when the valley speaks loudly, may the hill of hope not vanish from sight. When the desert burns, may the secret well remain open. When the storm comes, may your peace be still, be shelter within my chest. Thank you, Holy God, for your gaze that precedes and follows me. You surround me, lift me, set me on my feet, and remind me that before any human designation, your decree calls me child. Therefore I renounce strange names, return to dust the nicknames that don't fit, and distance myself from judgments that do not flow from your throne. In exchange, I receive the names you give, beloved, crafted by your hands, set apart for good works, inhabited by your presence. I wear the breastplate of righteousness that is not mine. Fasten around me the belt of unchanging truth, and fit my feet with the gospel that runs tirelessly. May the helmet of salvation guard my thoughts from narratives that diminish me. May the shield of faith extinguish the fiery arrows of fleeting opinions. May the sword of the Spirit, your word, cut invisible ties to all that defines me apart from you. If I stumble, let the ground be another chapter, not an epitaph. If I cry, let my tears be ink to write psalms. If I fall silent, let silence be a space for your voice. And when I speak, let my words carry the weight of your goodness and the lightness of your mercy. Make me, Lord, a living sign that grace is stronger than sentence, love more powerful than offense, truth more enduring than any label. Let my life quietly proclaim, I am not what they said. I am the fruit of your calling, the proof of your care, the poem you are still writing. Receive all that I am, what I celebrate, what I learn, what I still don't understand, and lead me forward with the steps of one chosen, set apart, and destined for more than man expected, for everything your heart has dreamed. Amen.